Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TeacherCast Educational Network. My name is Jeff Bradbury. Thank you so much for joining us today and making TeacherCast your home for professional development. Today, we're going to be looking at WireCast version 9, the brand new version 9. This is episode 3. In our first video, we talked about what WireCast is, how it works, how to set up your shots, how to get yourself involved in WireCast. In our second video, we took a look at all of our settings to get WireCast fine-tuned exactly how we need to, and then we also looked at our publishing settings. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at taking WireCast to that next level using graphics, and we're going to be talking about one of my favorite graphic tools called Canva, and we're going to be looking at how to use Canva to create the perfect graphics for your video project, and I'm going to show you how to bring in those graphics to make things work. Now, let's jump right into WireCast. So here we are back in our WireCast application. This is the brand new version 9. Now, if this is new to you, I highly recommend going backwards and checking out both our first and second videos in this series to learn how we got to this part. Now, lots of things are going to be happening today. We're going to be taking a look at these layers here. Now, the first thing that you'll notice is that we all have our video in our medium layer. We're going to learn how to use images up here, and we're going to learn what to do down here. So stick around for the end of the video. Now, the first thing that we want to do is we want to add some graphics to this, because it's one thing to have graphics, it's another thing to use them the right way. So I'm going to jump into one of my favorite apps, Canva.com. So here we are in Canva. Canva is an amazing app. It is free, but if you want to take Canva to that next level, I do recommend going to the premium. There's just so many different features that you have on here. So here I am under Canva. You'll notice on our left side, I've got all of my shows and stuff. So everything here is very compartmentalized. But all I did to prepare for this was we're going to click on Create a Design. And that brings up a ton of different graphics. Now, you can, of course, click on YouTube Thumbnail because this is the desired graphic size that we need, 1280 by 720. And when we do that, that is going to open up a mess of layout templates for Canva. We can very quickly change the Canva that we want. We have all these different templates. Now, a word of advice. If you're looking to have a bumper, meaning like the YouTube image or the Facebook image that goes with your video, check this stuff out. Lots of great stuff. All of our images on TeacherCast these days are being created here in Canva. But this isn't exactly what we want to do. What we want to do is we want to make a blank graphic. So I'm going to back up here just a little so that way this is on a white screen. And okay, here we are. Okay, so here we are. First thing that we want to do is we want to create a bug. Now, what is a bug? A bug is a graphic that might be your logo or might be a watermark or something that we can put into WireCast. Now, can you put your logo directly into WireCast? Absolutely. But I'm going to do it on here to show you a few things. First of all, we can put this logo here. And I'm pulling this off screen on here to Canva. And the first thing that we do with Canva is it pops in here over on the left side. Now, it's a little blurry here. You can't see that I don't want to show all of the different images that we have. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag my TeacherCast logo over here. And you'll notice it's a very big logo. I'm going to drop this down. And I'm going to move this over here to the side. Just like that. And that's nice. I can import this into WireCast. Everything's going to look nice. That image will always be there. Now, the reason that I put everything on the bottom there inside of this big canvas rather than going into WireCast is because at least I know exactly where this is when I bring other items into it. So what I want to do now is I want to add a line here. I want to add some kind of a horizontal line. So I'm going to come over here to Elements, and I'm going to do Shapes. And I'm just going to come over here to this square, which I'm going to come down here to size. Stretch this out. I'm doing this rather fast. And now I'm going to hit Command left bracket. And that's going to put this behind. So now I've got a blue line and I've got my little apple. And now the key here is to download this by, first of all, I can change the design title. Demo TeacherCast logo. I'm going to click on download, and right here we want to make sure it says PNG, but most importantly, transparent background. That's everything here that's white that I didn't mess around with is going to be transparent, and then I'm going to click the download button. Okay, so here we are back in WireCast. We want to bring in our image. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to my other desktop and I'm going to drag on my image. And you'll see here I have the option of adding it to different layers. Now we can change this anytime that we want to, but for right now, I'm going to put this on layer number 2. Now, first thing that I want to do is you'll notice here, this is my preview active screen. We've talked about that before in the past. Watch those other videos, guys. I'm going to then add this screen and let's see what happens. Now, as soon as I did that, I now have an overlay of an image. If I want to take it off, I can certainly do that. Now, what's the advantage of having this whole layer thing? I can now go back and forth between my shots and I can have my apple and my little layer bar. Really simple, really easy to do. Even if I'm on a 2 screen, now I've got this bug. Pretty simple. Pretty easy. Now, what I want to do is I want to add another layer to this. I could come over here and I could add a text layer. Let's see, where would I find text layers? All, search. How about that? Text, you know what? I'm going to favorite that. Over here, I can take this text, I can put this text down here. And if I want, I can open up my text properties. Here, we didn't see this in the last video, and I can say, welcome to TeacherCast. I can change the width. I can change the size. I can change all these different things to it, right? So I can do this. And now what I want to do is I can change this. I'm going to duplicate this shot. So now I've got 2, right? Here we go, 1 and 2. But over here, I can say at. Right, so now I can be doing lower thirds. Now I can be doing names. Now I can be advertising. I can do all those different things. So while I'm here, I can flip back and forth, and I can very quickly and very easily add graphics. Now, that's wonderful and all good if I want this to be here, right? So in other words, if I take this off, I can put this on. But that doesn't really isolate this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab just a regular old apple that I have here. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this onto this layer. While I have this here, I can move this around. I can put this here, I can put it here, I can put it wherever I need to put it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually bring this up to the top layer because I want this to be my little TeacherCast bug. So I'm going to put this all the way up on the top, not at the corners, but maybe right there. And so I can see this. And so no matter what I'm doing here, I can have a little bug. I can put a little announcement. I can put a calendar. I can put a scoreboard. I can put a book. I can put a puppet. I can do anything that I need to. And I can certainly change things however I need to. I can always come in with my guests. And again, up here, I have this taken care of. Now, couple things. What happens if we want to do something kind of fancy? So I'm going to do this. I am going to then drop this down under this layer, and I'm going to drop this down also under this layer. So one of the reasons why I put this as the main layer here is so I can show you how to do things above and below. So right now you're going to notice it's just me on the screen. When I switch over to that guest, again, we talked about that in the last video, I now have just the other guest. So in other words, I can switch back and forth here. But now when I go to the 2 screen, there you go. Now when I go to the 2 screen, I have everything up here on the top and on the bottom. So here I am, here I am, here I am, here I am. So everything here is it's kind of all set for you here, right? Like there's a lot of different things that we can do to really make this stuff look pretty cool here. Now, why is that like that? I think I remember why. I think we changed the opacity in one of the videos. There we go. That's why that wasn't happening. So you can go back to video 1 and change that for me, or you can make a comment on that. So that's the whole deal for that. Let's see. Opacity to 100%. Reset position. No matte. Awesome. So just like we had planned it, right, guys? If I hit that live, you'll see what that goes. So lots of great things here as far as creating video. It really is about thinking about this as a Photoshop that just happens to have video to it, right? So it doesn't matter if you're using Canva, Photoshop, Pixelmator, PowerPoint. You can do a lot of things with PowerPoint. Like, as long as you've got transparency going on here, you can certainly do whatever you need to. Now, we've taken the last 3 videos, almost an hour of content, and really tried to explain how awesome WireCast 9 is. I definitely recommend you heading over to teachercast.net/WireCast. You're going to see all of our videos there. But if you're watching this, please take a moment and subscribe to this video channel by clicking the subscribe button below and clicking on the bell. Leave us a comment. We want you to be a subscriber. We want you to focus here on what's going on with you and how we can help you learn the best stuff for your podcast or your school district. Of course, there's other great ways that you can reach out to us here on TeacherCast. You can find us on Twitter at TeacherCast. Leave us a voicemail over at teachercast.net/voicemail, and always email us at feedback at teachercast.net. On behalf of everybody here in the TeacherCast Educational Network, my name is Jeff Bradbury, reminding you to keep up the great work in your classrooms and continue sharing your passions with your students.